And then let's just move over real quick. So I got the co-main and the main on the zone last night.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's Hitchens, right? Yes.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
He looked amazing. He got the stoppage.
Amazing.
I mean, he didn't get hit.
No. I mean, yeah. He looked good.
Look, for a guy that they say doesn't have any power and he got the stoppage, but he doesn't look like he has power, even though he got that stoppage. He just doesn't. I don't know how he's going to keep somebody off him.
Yeah.
But he looked better than the guy he was trying to get a fight with, that's for sure.
Who's that?
Montana Love.
He was trying to get a fight with Montana.
Oh, you didn't see the build-up?
No.
Oh, man. I honestly was afraid that something was going to happen.
I ain't seen that in a long time.
I don't know how I'm going to do this twice.
I ain't seen that in a long time. Like, two guys at a press conference talking past their opponent to the other guy.
Well, definitely, Montana was trying to act like I'm
this is my city.
Well, more like
I'm the guy.
More like you ain't here yet. Yeah. Build yourself up. He's like, you're not here yet. Build yourself up. Yeah. Make some money. He was definitely throwing the money. You broke. Oh, and Richardson's like, man, you saying everything other than you want to fight.
Yeah.
But I think that fight is, I don't even know if it's there because Montana did not look good yesterday.
Yeah.
Sparks won his belt by disqualification.
Mm-hmm.
Montana thinks he's getting the rematch in his hometown. I mean, last I checked, Matchroom has Matchroom Australia. Sparks has a belt. Tim Tszyu does well. George Kambosos does well. Shit, Jeff Horn did well. I don't know that they're going to cater to Montana and give him a rematch.
They're not.
So he might have to fight Richardson-Hitchens next. Yeah. I mean, Richardson-Hitchens next.
Yeah.
And that might be the fight that he needs because I watched Montana Love versus Samuel Teal and Kenneth Sims.
Yeah.
And those are fights that, he's lucky the decisions are the outcomes on BoxRec.
Mm-hmm.
Then yesterday happens, I don't know if he's focusing too much on his brand and the building of that because, boxing puts that pressure on you guys now not to just be just fighters.
Yeah.
Because you got to sell tickets and you got to be entertainers and you got to get people to be interested. Why? Because, look, you were a professional boxer and you couldn't watch everybody yesterday. And I've been doing this for 11 years and I couldn't watch everybody yesterday. So it's up to the fight. I say this all the time. It's up to you to make me want to watch you.
Very true. Very true.
There's so much for me to choose from.
True.
Like, I could literally watch Floyd. I could have not watched none of you guys and watch Floyd today. And know what I'm going to get with Floyd. At least I know.
Yeah.
So I think boxers need to do a better job at marketing themselves, but they can't be overwhelmed or consumed by that because, then they put on performances that are less than. And,
well, I got to keep it real.
That's what happened.
And I think that this is kind of, from what I've seen, has been the history of boxing in Cleveland. We have there's just talent that just runs through Cleveland. A lot of us are just gifted with athleticism. But with that athleticism has to come hard work. And I believe why, we'll talk all the time about, the best fighters are from the Midwest, the best fighters from Cleveland. I believe that through and through. But then when you say, well, where y'all at? I don't see too many world champions from Cleveland. Where y'all at? A lot of us fall to the wayside because of where we come from. A lot of us fall because of we're not prepared for what it takes to be in on the big shows. You know what I mean? All the athleticism, but it's never really worked and molded and made into the greatness that it's supposed to be. And so when you look at a guy like Montana last night getting caught with clean right hands right over the top of your left hand, or right, he was getting caught with clean right hands right over the top of his left hand. That's not supposed to happen. That's the backhand catching you. You know what I mean? Coming over the top of your backhand. That's just not supposed to happen. And on top of that, you're moving away from that right hand. That means you're being lazy. That means you're not prepared and ready for the counters that you need to be ready for. And you don't have the eyes. You're not conditioned enough to be ready for when it's time to go. And that's how the body works. Really, really, the shock is really, really fast. You know what I mean? We always call it fast twitch fibers. They have to be shocking and going. And you see moments right there. You show the first clip, he gets caught with the first right hand was the right hand that hurt him. And then the pressure got to him. And then there was another, I think it was the hook that kind of cleaned him up. That right hand hurt him. And then this the pressure right there has got to him. And then it was a left hook that kind of put him on the canvas. You know what I mean? Shout out to what was his opponent's name?
Sparks. Steve Sparks.
Yeah, shout out to him for doing what he needed to do. My man knew when it was time to turn it up, when it was time to control the range and the distance, when it was time to feint, let him get comfortable, lure him in. And all the things that I was hearing on the commentary about Montana running him in the shots. That's what he did in Montana. He ran Montana into some shots.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And then if we show the last clip, which is, obviously we got to talk about this right here. You say like right here, like Sparks jumped on this guy immediately. Oh damn, we got to
wait for the ad.
Yeah, we got to wait for the ad. We got an ad right there, but Sparks jumps on him immediately because he knows I got him shook. Let me not get.
He was hungry, man.
Yeah, let me not allow him to get comfortable. Let me not allow him to recover. You know what I mean? And so Montana shook. Sparks does what he's supposed to do, was jump right on him, not allow him to be comfortable. And I'm right here. I think that Montana's doing what he's got to do, but then he takes it too far.
I don't know that he knew he was going to flip him over the top, though. I'm gonna be real. I
do.
Oh, okay.
I do. Because it's kind of that by any means necessary mentality. And so it goes from holding you to let me put your head over the rope so you can stop hitting me. And then it becomes, hey, if you go over, game over. You know what I mean? And I think that the plan backfired on him. You thinking very, very quickly and having we've seen Mike Tyson bite.
I just think that style,
Evander Holyfield. He bit Evander Holyfield because he was out of his mind and he was doing whatever he needed to do to survive. This was the same case, just a different package.
I just think Montana's always gonna have issues with that crowd you mentality style. Like anybody, Shawn Porter would be a nightmare for him. Margarito, nightmare. Isaac Pitbull, nightmare. Those are all fights that they need to stay away from that style. And Sparks brought that. He was on top of him. Mentally, that can be draining.
Yeah.
You don't get any time.
Yeah.
And that's why I said that about the Sinisa fight. I was like, man, after that third and fourth, this opponent changed it around and was like bringing the fight to her and leaning on her. And I wanted to know whether that would tire Sinisa or was her, conditioning there. And that's always been Montana Love's issue, man. When you start pushing Montana, I feel like it's also styles, right? Like that pretty style. I'm cute. I'm slick in the ring. Usually they ain't got stamina.
He's a pure counterpuncher. So his rhythm is the counterpunch. Counterpunchers, you're right. Like they're not expending energy. They're kind of counterpunchers. We're going to use your energy against you. You know what I mean? So if I push you and force, and you can't find that counter, and now you got to find other ways to maneuver, push back, grab, hold, all those things ain't gonna do nothing but
you.
Take your heart rate to a place that it don't normally go.
Exactly.
And then from there, it becomes a mental thing. And I think that, it kind of caught up with him right there.
Yep. It was
terrible moment.
It's like Broner Maidana. When you meet that style that doesn't let you fight at your pace, it's a problem. And that's what happened to Montana Love. Like I said, I want to see how he bounces back.